Well, that was exciting. So I'm going along this ridge and I'm just bugling down in every drainage. I'm actually just starting cow calling because I don't know. I'm not really good at bugling, and the bulls just seem to respond more to cow calls right now. Anyway, so I got a bull to pop off right over here. He was bedded, and I don't know what to do with a bedded bull. Anyway, I got close. I got really close. I think I got within 60 yards to him, but then he went quiet. He was bugling his head off, and then he went quiet, and then I think I don't know, heard me. I have the wind. There's no way he got wind of me. So saw me, heard me, saw something he didn't like. I don't know. He just got up and left after bugling for like a half mile over here. I love this. I really do. I really do. Yeah, it's great fun. Day 15 did not disappoint. I slept in late because my body was just shot yesterday, and so I gave it a little loving care, and then went out and walked this ridge, and then just kind of bugled down. Well, the cow called, bugled down each ridge, each drainage, and there's about 6 of them on this ridge, and I got to the 3rd one, and bull started bugling. At first I thought he was moving away from me, but I kept high elevation on him, and because the wind was coming up the draws, so I had good wind, and I ended up getting around him just barely, and I could pinpoint him. But my skill level in determining how far a bull is by listening to his bugle is not there. So I thought maybe he was 100 yards off. He could have been closer to 50 yards. I don't know. He was definitely bedded though, because he didn't move. But he bugled and then chuckled, and then I chuckled, and it was probably the best chuckle I've ever done in my life. And he just sent him off. I thought he was going to get up at that point and come to me, but he didn't. He stayed embedded, and I would cow call and he would bugle, and I really didn't know how to, should I sneak in on him when he's bedded? Or, I mean, I had the wind, but it's so dry around here. It's just impossible to sneak up. Even if I take my shoes off and go in my socks, it's impossible. So anyway, I got around him. I got as close as I possibly could, and I pulled out my my Miss September hunting decoy and set it up, and started to call him, and quiet, totally quiet. I never heard from him again. I don't know if I spooked him. He heard me. I was closer than I thought. He heard something he didn't like. I know he never smelled me because the wind was going pretty good up this canyon. And so I sat down and ate lunch, and think-funked myself for a while about what I should have done different. And then I got back on my horse, and then figure of speaking, I'm hiking, and then started hiking again, and then got to the end of the ridge and sat down and started call, and nothing. So I sat down and was drinking and eating my lunch, and then I got out my phone to because I had cell service, which is rare, to check some emails and respond back to some people, and then put everything away. And I got up. As soon as I got up, another bull ran off. He had come in quiet. I didn't know. I didn't even hear a stick break. Yeah, day 15 has been good, but it's been good in such a way that it's taught me that I am a complete idiot. Or at least that's what it feels like. In my spare time, I was thinking about taking a nap, but then I decided, no, why not make ground blind where you've seen elk come through before? And instead of napping, just sit and read a book and hope something comes by. Because it's too smoky to go up on a knob and glass. You can't see anything. So here's plan K or J. I'm not sure what plan I'm on now. Well, I hate to say this, but day 16. I just got set up in here in some nice timber. Was thinking about putting my hunting partner up and just calling to see what can come in. So I did that, and sure enough, about 20 cows, moo cows, who then stomped all around, stomped up and down the hill, mooed, and then they laid down right over here. So I watched them for about an hour. I'm really frustrated. It's hard to keep a positive attitude when you're by yourself, I have found. So it's day 17, and there's a part of me that feels bad about saying that, and then there's a part of me that's just is like, 17 days of hunting? Oh my god, that's like a dream come true, right? But I put so much pressure on myself to harvest an animal, and social media is the worst, right? You get pictures, opening morning, 15 minutes in, 6-point bull, what's wrong with you? Why can't you get it done? Oh, it drives me crazy. Note to self, don't look at social media when you're hunting. It's a waste of time. Anyway, I had an incredible experience this morning. I was full draw, 50 yards on a bull. It was a raghorn 4 coming in. And I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, and unbeknownst to me, there was a huge herd of elk behind this bull. They all start running straight at me. And then not a half second later, a bunch of beef cows. Then they're not supposed to be any beef cows where I'm hunting, but about 20 of them come running over. And they all come running at me. And they go on either side of me. They split either side of me. I was so upset. I just sat down on a rock and cried. Because that bull was beautiful. And I worked so hard calling, raking. I'm just going crazy. So I said, screw this. I got out of that place. Now I'm over here. And I was just going to walk this ridge and just bugle down each ravine. There's 7 of them to get to the point of the top of this lookout. On the 3rd one, I got this raspy bugle return. I almost turned around and got in my car. It was kind of scary. And, but I'm like, what the heck? I got no business hunting a herd bull because I don't know what I'm doing, but I went after him. And I have tracked this herd for about, I don't know, they've kind of gone in circles, up, down, all around, but probably 1.5 miles. And that bull, he's like a 300, 320, he's huge. His back tines are enormous, and they're all white from fighting and raking, and he's just so aggressive, and he's bossing his cows around, and there's 3 other bulls in the herd, and as soon as they bugle, he comes over and chases them off. And so it's just been the most amazing thing to watch this herd and get in close. And I've got in close. It's really honed my hunting skills, because I've got in within 50 yards of this bull, but he's so smart. He's tucked in these mountain mahoganies, and he's always in cover. He's always in thick cover, and I get him excited, and he rakes in there, but he doesn't step out. Oh my god! So I got to the last ravine, and I'm exhausted. I have tracked them for 5 hours, bugling, raking, cow calling, on and on and on. Finally, I'm on the last ravine, and I go, fuck it. Excuse me, but I was like, fuck it. I'm so tired and I'm thirsty. I'm just gonna go at these guys. And so I do. I get really aggressive, and I'm still sneaking, but I just run in there. Not run, but, I'm aggressive, and I'm breaking stuff, and I'm going in there, and I just rip off the most aggressive people you could imagine. And that did it. He turned, and he came crashing in on me, but he was surrounded by 3 other bulls. 4, and 2 3s. One was a really ugly 3. And they were coming straight at me, and I told myself, boy, I'm just gonna shoot the first one. And so this scraggly little bull comes in, and he's coming right at me, and I'm gonna go frontal. I'm just waiting for him to pass my 20-yard mark, because I don't want to shoot anything frontal. I mean, 15-10 would be the best, but I'll do it at 20. But he comes in, and then he turns broadside, and I got him at 18 yards. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, if I hadn't hunted 17 days, I wouldn't have experienced all the amazing things that I have seen. It's been incredible. And look at what I'm looking at right now. It's amazing. A thunderstorm just went over, and I'm looking down in God's country, and I have experienced the most incredible thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I'm just sitting here with, I don't know how much gratitude you can stuff into a person, but I am full, overflowing. And I thank my family for support. I thank all the people who have told me to pull my head out of my ass and stop being a crybaby and keep after it. And so thank you.